Good evening, everyone. Happy Friday night. I hope you are enjoying your Friday night. Looking forward to your weekend. Um, I have just got back in. I've been out for my first Friday night, which was quite nice, um, and spent the day today eating lots of really weird and wonderful alternative medicine type things. Um, so I had some barley I'll say barley water. I don't know. No, it's not barley. What is it? Barley grass stuff to eat. Um, yeah, some apricot kernels, and I've kind of gone on a bit of a health kick today, um, eating wise, which is good. And then totally destroyed it all by going out to Pizza Express uh, later. And oh my goodness, it when you haven't been out to a restaurant for a little while, it tastes unbelievably good considering the stuff I've had to be eating recently. So that was good. But today, kind of went into town, did some Christmas shopping for my son Charlie. So sorted him out some Christmas presents. I'm getting on that early. Did that today. Yeah, and kind of potted around town doing little bits and bobs. Um, and today, the thing I want to talk to you about this evening is I have felt very, very smug. Okay, I have felt smug knowing that I'm going to die soon. Let me explain. It's amazing how many things we get caught up and with, and we worry about, and we kind of make into a drama in our lives that genuinely doesn't actually matter. And I'm me being quite smug. I can say that. Do you know what? Kind of faced with mortality and things like that, a lot of things have been put into perspective, and there's lots of um, yeah, lots of things don't actually matter as much as they used to, and lots of things don't bother me like they used to. So, for example, today went to Toys R Us to buy Charlie some Christmas presents, um, and looking at all the other people around Toys R Us. So there's parents and there's people stressing about buying Christmas presents and buying presents for their kids, and it's turned into a little bit of a drama. Okay, I'm kind of there, just quite happy. Admittedly, a little bit drug induced, but I'm quite happily, blissfully wandering around Toys R Us, chilled out, kind of thinking, do you know what? So long as I get my boy something that I think he's going to like, I'm not going to stress about it. I'm not going to stress about the colour or whether they've got the exact present that my son wants. Do you know what? This is easy. In the grand scheme of things, this is an easy decision to buy someone a gift. It's nothing to get stressed about, nothing to get anxious about, nothing to get uptight about. Don't sweat it. And so, in that kind of very freeing mindset, I've actually become quite smug and kind of people must think I'm a bit of a weirdo, but walking around town when I see people getting into arguments and stuff, I'm just kind of like, wow, really? Genuinely? I'm not saying that I'm kind of winning the competition for life problems, but I've got a lot going on. And do you know what I mean? Like, wow, you think you've got it bad? Crikey, it's just not worth it. And some of it, admittedly, does wind me up. So there are some people at the moment in town or in a restaurant or whatever, and you just see them getting stressed about stupid things, and they're creating drama. I haven't done it yet, but I have been close to going. Listen, mate, chill out. You think you've got problems? Spend a day in my shoes at the moment, mate. I haven't done it yet. That would be rude and not very respectful. But there is something very freeing in kind of knowing that actually kind of like what people call first world problems genuinely aren't problems. Not a problem at all. Not an issue. And it's kind of yeah, it's I'm kind of very relaxed and freed in that. Also, I'm on a lot of drugs, and like I said to you yesterday, I'm still walking around like I'm a little bit drunk, which kind of helps, kind of keep the head fuzzy. But it's a very interesting perspective, and I wouldn't wish this on anyone. But if you could honestly, if you could live a day where actually you didn't sweat the small stuff, you didn't get stressed about the small stuff, and actually everything was kind of very much in context as to how important it was. Do you know what? I think we'd all be happier. I do. I think we'd be a lot more chilled out and a lot happier, kind of in our day to day lives, because you know, kind of, someone that's walking ahead of us in the supermarket a little bit too slowly. Really, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Someone looks at you funny. It doesn't matter. Crikey, with my new hair, everyone's looking at me funny at the moment. But do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, great, that's fine. You can look at me however you want, mate. Has zero bearing on my health, on my well-being, and on my life at the moment. So yes, I'm kind of, yeah, feeling very smug at the moment because I feel very free to kind of just, yeah, put everything into context and chill out. The other thing as well, I am walking a little bit like an old man because I can't walk very fast because I veer to the left. This is what I've discovered today as well. So when I'm trying to walk in a straight line, I kind of end up veering to the left. So I've got to concentrate a little bit more on my walking. And to be fair, when you've got that going on in your head, you kind of don't really pay much attention to what everyone else is doing. That's really, really easy to bypass. Also, another interesting thing that's happened today is I've kind of found that I'm a little bit like the mortality monitor. I'm finding that kind of, I don't mean to do this, and I'm not doing it on purpose, but I'm inadvertently getting people to ask themselves some quite tough questions. Obviously, with what's going on in my life, and lack of it, at the moment, is kind of people are kind of asking themselves some fairly tough questions about kind of death and the whole taboo subject of we're all going to die. You don't really like to think about it. Unfortunately, when people see me, they're kind of struck with, oh crikey, it's Si, he's dying, and they can't avoid that subject. So I'm doing my absolute best to kind of broach the subject in a positive way and in a nice, sharing, caring way. But yeah, I'm kind of I can see that I'm making a few people uneasy, and I apologise for that. I don't want to make you feel uneasy. I'm good. I'm all good with it. I promise. I'm happy and I'm fine. But yeah, that's kind of another weird kind of side effect, I guess, of kind of what's going on with me, and yeah, what's kind of happening. So it's the weekend. Very excited. Not that my weekend is going to be much different to my weekdays, if I'm honest, but with the weekend fast approaching, yeah, I'm gonna. I'll say I'm gonna put my feet up and relax. But that's all I've really done, if I'm honest. But yeah, looking forward to the weekend. I've got friends coming up from Bournemouth, which is very exciting. So I'm going to hang out with them on Sunday, which is going to be awesome. And plan is next week, super secret surprise trip for my little boy. And we're going to go and do something amazing, which he is going to love. I will tell you all about it. I'm going to video it as well. I'm going to take photos so you can see what we are going to get up to next week. The school have been very, very good and very kind, saying that I can basically take him out of school any day I want to do whatever I want. So that's awesome. So I haven't got any kind of complications there. So yeah, we're going to have some fun. We're going to do some stuff, which is very, very, very exciting. And also, still looking at this whole Christmas house thing. I'm still kind of exploring that idea of basically hiring a massive house round about Christmas time so people can kind of, well, essentially hang out with us. So as a family, we'll kind of be there, and you can kind of drop in for a day, 2 days, 3 days, stay there a week if you really want. I don't care. Um, so we're going to plan all of that and get all of those kind of things sorted out, which is very, very exciting. Also, today I had a little bit of a purge of clothing items, as in I've started to put things into piles that I want to get rid of. So again, if I know a few people have been in contact regarding wanting to get hold of some of the clothes that I own that you quite like, you're more than welcome to have them. Um, and yeah, just let me know how much money you want to give me, and we can make it work. And you can have what you want. Also, I've decided that I'm going to start selling some other things as well. So like I've got an Xbox 360. I don't really use it that much. And I know an Xbox 360 is classified as old, like old school. If anyone wants an Xbox 360, genuinely, let me know. You can have it. And I've got like Guitar Hero and DJ Hero and other stuff. I don't really use it, and it's just kind of, well, I'm trying to declutter, because I think if I declutter and streamline my house, I'm going to feel better. So I'm kind of trying to get rid of a load of stuff so that I've only got things that I actually need and want and I'm actually going to use. So that's the plan of action there. With regards to other news, yeah, it's just been, I'm feeling good. I'm genuinely feeling healthy. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling happy. Yeah, no news from the hospital yet. Apparently the hospital were meant to phone me today or yesterday, and they didn't. So I'm literally expecting a phone call from the hospital to find out exactly what's going on, and when my next appointment is, which is going to be very, very exciting. And a couple of other things that I'm definitely going to do. I'm going to do a little bit of a video chat on, I'm going to start addressing some behaviour management stuff for kids. A few people have asked me, and actually Kate today did say that obviously my job is behaviour management with kids, and it was kind of a bit of a given that as Charlie grew up, I might take a lead on some of the behaviour management stuff, because that's what I do. That's going to be a little bit trickier if I die. So Kate wants me to put together some kind of behaviour management guide for her. So as Charlie's mum, as Charlie grows up, she's going to have a reference of how I think it should work. So I thought it might be really nice to kind of put something, I'll put a bit of a guide together, just some ideas that I've got, which some of you might find useful. Yeah, with regards to kind of behaviour management stuff. The other thing as well is, the other night I had a really, really interesting conversation with some friends of mine about the afterlife and what happens after you die. So I know there'll be lots of different opinions, lots of different ideas. So what I thought I would do is, because this kind of goes part and parcel with regards to, you know, when you're told you're going to die in 3 months, lots of questions about what happens after you die. You know, is there a heaven? Is there a hell? What does that work? How does that work? Is there a God? If there's a God, how can a God allow stuff like this to happen? I'm gonna answer some of those questions from my perspective and kind of what I believe regarding all those kind of things. And yeah, we got into it a little bit last night about all those kind of things, with different kind of opinions and belief systems and stuff. But ultimately, you know, it might be useful. It might not be useful. It might be useful. It might be something that you've never thought about before. So we will tackle that in a video very, very soon. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. It's well past my bedtime, and yes, it's Friday night. Don't spend your Friday night just listening to me. Go and do stuff. Hang out with friends and family, or watch TV. You know, enjoy your evening, or maybe get an early night. Have a great weekend, everyone. I will be doing another video for you tomorrow. And yeah, we'll tackle some of the subjects and some of the things that I've been thinking about. Okay, love to you all. Bye bye.